All right, YouTube, what's going on? So, Steven and I returned from a fantastic adventure on a cruise with a good friend of ours that lives in Florida. And coming back last night, I noticed a little news story that I just could not cover upon my return from my vacation. And boy, did I miss a lot while I was away. I was away for 6 nights for going from Florida to the Bahamas. And of course, I still do my, leisure research on the world and whatnot. And I literally came across everyone's favorite judge on Fox News, our favorite Jeanine Pirro, and her most hypocritical moment that I have ever seen. Yes, Jeanine Pirro has broken a hypocrisy record after being utterly destroyed and schooled by Geraldo Rivera on Fox News after a screaming match between the two about how Putin controlled Trump and so on and so forth. And now Jeanine Pirro is going on an even larger offensive. Jeanine Pirro is screeching and hollering and moaning about how prior to Biden's oil embargo on Russia over the whole Russia-Ukraine war, now Jeanine Pirro is screeching that, it was disgusting the U.S. was buying oil from political thug Putin. But, she was shilling for Putin and Trump and everything. So, okay, so it was okay when Trump was doing this, right? It was perfectly acceptable when Trump was fucking simping over Putin and every other right-wing dictator that there is. That was perfectly acceptable. But now, with this oil embargo, now what does Jeanine Pirro do? Jeanine Pirro will continue to screech and moan and saying, what Russia's doing is this and it's X, Y, and Z, and they're only sanctioning this because Fox News will never be happy until there is World War fucking III. Because there has never been a war that Fox News didn't love. Even when it is about Russia. Even when this is one of the few things that I agree with Joe Biden on in terms of foreign policy and sanctioning Russia over Ukraine rather than starting a fucking war. That's no defense of Biden. I've been over this a million times. But with Jeanine Pirro, who is literally like Donald Trump in the streets and is really, in all honesty, like David Duke in the sheets, she screeches and rees because that's what Jeanine Pirro does best. Because when you are crazy in the streets, but you're even more crazy underneath the sheets, underneath below the surface, you'll really ree when someone dares to say something contrary to your narrative, because that's what Fox News does. Because they smear people whenever they get into a disagreement with them. And this is the ultimate hypocrisy. Disgusting that the U.S. is buying oil from Putin, but it was okay when Trump was simping for Putin. That's okay, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. Because you're Team Trump. You're Team Trump no matter what. Anything Biden does is bad. Anything Trump does is good. Shall we? Shall we? Prepare to lose some brain cells. Now let's get into the baked potato and mozzarella sticks of this story. Ooh, that sounds good. And boy, this is going to be a good one. Buckle up, fellow lefties, because I'll tell you right now, we are in for a roller coaster with our favorite judge, Jeanine Pirro. And I say that sarcastically, just to be clear.
We are watching history repeat itself. What we're seeing today is President Zelensky, who put it right on the table when he said, quote, "The world's most powerful forces are watching from afar." And Putin's ego must be so inflated because he's got the Western world bowed down.
Oh, because it's not like Trump boasted his ego, right? When Trump was giving him passes on just about literally everything, except when he was fighting except when Trump was fighting with countries that Putin was allied with. But okay, go on, honey.
As he, as a political thug, goes in to attack a sovereign nation. And the West is just kind of like, oh, I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll sanction this. Maybe we'll sanction that. And the truth is, this isn't a movie. It looks like a movie. But these are real people who are dying. These are real people who have been begging us as we watch them line up the troops and the tanks and the blood and the temporary hospitals. And every day we saw what they were getting ready to do.
So you're complaining about Biden sanctioning them. Okay, Biden is sanctioning them and not letting them get away with it. Neither is the Western world. This is what, I mean, look at what NATO is doing. Look at the arms that we're giving Ukraine. Look at this. And it's almost to a point where I don't even agree with the NATO escalation with Russia. Yes, I am opposed to NATO escalation with Russia, but I'm also against what Russia is doing with Ukraine. Yes, we need to take a balanced approach. But on this is an instance where Jeanine Pirro was bitching about sanctions on Russia. Okay, so what do you want Biden to do? Bomb him? And you know what would happen, right? If Biden went to war with Russia, Jeanine Pirro would be moaning and groaning and screeching that Biden is starting a war with Russia. Jeanine Pirro is not happy no matter what Joe Biden does because she is Team Republican and works for TeamRepublican.com.
And I get that Zelensky didn't want to panic his people. I get that he didn't tell them, it's time to get out.
Even though Zelensky is a fucking authoritarian himself, he banned opposition media. Need I go on?
But right now, this is about raw power. It's not about religion. It's not about people who hate each other. It's about a thug who wants the Russian Empire back.
A thug that your president, your martyr Donald Trump, propped up constantly and met with behind the scenes. Oh yeah, remember the whole Russia-US summit in Finland? Yeah, that one, right? The one where Trump committed borderline treason. Yeah, right. But you weren't saying anything about that. And then you were criticizing people that were criticizing it. Like, this is what Jeanine Pirro does best.
And you know what? The idea...
Why am I even upset about this? But my question is, why do I even get myself in these situations? Because I so totally did not look forward to making this video. But Jeanine Pirro was such a hypocrite, and people so hypocritical and beyond stupid that are on fucking television in the U.S. and elsewhere deserve to be exposed for the hypocrites that they are.
That the United States is today buying 500,000 barrels of oil from this thug and allowing him to make money that allows him then to fight this war is disgusting. And I'm going to add one more thing. I got to keep going. Hang on. I
gotta keep going. Hang on. Shut up. Be quiet. Shut the fuck up. You don't talk. I talk because only what I say matters. That's basically what she does. This is what she does best. But remember when Jeanine Pirro was saying she couldn't wait for Trump to meet with Putin, right?
That's the best they can come up with. I always think in these situations.
Well, I can't wait to hear what's going to happen when Putin and President Trump meet. I mean, it'll go on for days. What each one was thinking, what was going on in the KGB mind and in the Art of the Deal's mind. It'll be interesting.
You know, that's true. Judge,
This is what they, this is what they do best. Whenever they're,
thank you, great stuff.
This is just Fox News in a nutshell. This is what they do. And when you disagree with them, we all know what they do. That they call you names and everything else. Jeanine Pirro calls everyone names. But of course, it's the left that calls people names with different political views, right? It's them, right? Right. This is a case of demon rats versus Republithugs.
Around winning. American momentum is now around winning. The winning that outsider candidate Donald Trump promised us. Not the anarchy Democrats, aka demon rats, want to impose on us. The tactics of these demon rats and Trump-hating leftists are backfiring.
Yes, that's what it means. And it's so funny how she said that they're backfiring, and then she goes on to call Trump-hating leftists as losers and sore losers. But remember how Jeanine Pirro responded when Biden kicked Trump's ass. I mean, we all know how that went. Fox News reading and threw a temper tantrum. Like, Jeanine Pirro is literally everything that she accuses the left of being. And Jeanine Pirro's response to all of this,
AKA demon rats,
is because Joe Biden is buying Russian oil, and he was doing it until he put the embargo on Russian oil. And now he is now trying to broker a deal with Venezuela as like a supplement or an appendage to Russian oil. But it's kind of funny because Venezuela being aligned with Russia and Russia being aligned with Venezuela and Cuba and so on and so forth. So this is what the right wing does. This is what Fox News does. They smear people that they get into disagreements with. I mean, her exchange with Geraldo Rivera, perfect example that I covered a few weeks ago before my vacation. This is what they do best. They smear people based on policy. They smear people based on whatever they get into disagreements with, no matter how much they agree politically or disagree politically, whatever. She'll smear you as a puppet of Cuba, a puppet of Venezuela, a puppet of Argentina, or what the fuck ever. Like, this is what they do. This is what Jeanine Pirro does. Accuses everyone of being everything that she accuses the left of being. That's what Jeanine Pirro does. That's what Jeanine Pirro does best.
AKA demon rats, want to impose on us. The tactics of these demon rats and Trump-hating leftists are backfiring.
And I want you to pay very close attention to all of the events unfolding over Russia and Ukraine and how Jeanine Pirro is responding. Because the way Jeanine Pirro is responding is she's basically saying in so many words that, oh no, sanctions against Russian oligarchs is not enough. We need to either harm the civilians or we need to go to war with them. Because if she's against the sanctions that Biden is putting and the West is putting on, then, well, what's the other alternative? A fucking war? Oh yeah, that's right. Well, Jeanine Pirro is a warmonger because that's what she is. And yes, this fucking classless, tasteless fucking woman was legit. This fucking orange-skinned broad who looks like she's been sucking Trump's dick day in and day out, which is what she does on a daily basis, probably literally too. And there you have it. I mean, what's there to say about her? All there is nothing's good enough for her. There's never been a war Jeanine Pirro hasn't loved. She's always supported wars. She always did. Oh, and of course, when it was someone else who did it, and of course, when it was someone else that she didn't agree with who did it, like Obama, and she's saying, oh yeah, the military's being rebuilt under Trump. It was rebuilt under Trump. Yeah, because it's not like Obama was like this big fucking pacifist. It's not like Obama expanded the military-industrial complex. It's not like Obama did that, and it's not like Joe Biden's doing that too. I mean, they're all doing the same shit. They're all doing the same shit. But Jeanine Pirro can't see that because she's team fucking Republican. She's team Republican. She's got an R at the end of her name. She works for Fox News. She works for easily the worst media company in the whole damn country. And I don't support Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, none of them. They're all fucking garbage. They're all trash and everything. But Fox News is the worst of the worst. They're the worst of the worst because they are the biggest pro-war loving fuckers that there is. Sean Hannity loves wars. Loves all of it. She loves every single bit of it. All of it. Every single person on that fucking network. Maybe with the exception of Geraldo Rivera. And Geraldo Rivera has called out other war lovers as well. He's called out other people. And yeah, but then Geraldo fights with people too that he gets into disagreements with. So really the only person with half a brain on Fox News today is in fact Geraldo Rivera. And I don't even like Geraldo Rivera personally or politically. Because Jeanine Pirro will call him like a she'll call him every name in the book. They've gotten into disagreements before, multiple different times, whether it's on immigration or Trump or whatever. Whatever the policy is, Jeanine Pirro will smear Geraldo Rivera and will smear anyone that she disagrees with, because that's what the right wing does. That's what Fox News does. This is what the neocons and the alt-right do with each other. It doesn't matter how much they agree with each other or disagree with each other. If there's a disagreement, there can be no disagreements in the Trump world, because it's all a fucking cult. It's literally like a cult. And this is why it's hilarious to see the right wing destroy each other. As someone who's center left, it's hilarious to see. And it's hilarious to see another halfway decent person on this side destroy the other side. Kind of like how Jimmy Dore destroyed the Young Turks and so on and so forth. And Aaron Mate and Glenn Greenwald joining forces and going after them. Because, again, all these different things. Because this is what cults do. Yes, there are left-wing cults. There are left-wing cults. And I, as someone who's center-left, I am very much against that kind of thing. I'm against any cult, because when there's a cult, there's no disagreement. Fox News is a cult. Trumpism is a cult. All of it is a cult. It's Trump can do no wrong. The Republicans can do no wrong. Literally, legit. That's what Jeanine Pirro will say, and she'll call you every name in the book, no matter how much, no matter what it is, even if it's with Geraldo Rivera, no matter who it is, she'll scream at you. But then she'll turn around and say, this is what the left does. Bitch, please. You do the same exact thing that the left wing does with each other. This is the same exact thing. You do everything that you accuse them of doing, because that's what you're doing in this scenario. When Biden is doing these things, and of course, if Joe Biden is buying oil from Venezuela, Jeanine Pirro will call Joe Biden a puppet of Venezuela. You watch. She'll call him a puppet of Venezuela. That's what she does. Seeing Jeanine Pirro fight with Geraldo Rivera, and what they do is that they're trying to compete. Geraldo Rivera is perhaps more right-wing than Jeanine Pirro. But the thing is, it's like a cult. It's like a religion. Trumpism is like a religion in this scenario. And the neoconservatism is like neo-fascism. It's like bordering on fascism, because there's no disagreements in neocon circles and so on and so forth. It's all toxicity. It's all just poison and toxicity and just vitriol, because Jeanine Pirro has such fucking vitriol, because she's a fucking trash fire. She's a dumpster fire. She is fucking human trash. She's human fucking garbage. Everything that comes out of her mouth is garbage. And she's got no class, no taste, no discipline, and no standards. That's why she works for Fox News, because of that. Yes, Jeanine Pirro is a judge, was a judge at one point, or was a prosecutor, or was a DA. That's the people working in our justice system, people like her that are fucking trash fires like this. If you want people to take you seriously as a legal person, Jeanine, how about not be a fucking ignorant trash fire and spewing your fucking right-wing pro-Trump garbage on a daily basis, and then maybe people will take you a little bit seriously, because that's what you do. You do this best. Seeing these two fight with each other, seeing her fight with Geraldo Rivera, fighting with other right-wingers, seeing this, it's literally like seeing two Muslim extremists fight with each other, and you got like a Saudi cleric fighting with an Islamic extremist, and then having the Islamic extremist say to the Saudi cleric that oh, you're not Islamic enough, or this one saying to the extremist on this side, you're not that enough. You are not Islamic enough. Because that's what it is. I'm just setting the stage here, people. I like to set the stage with my viewers. I set the stage with my viewers on right-wing hypocrisy. I've done it with left-wing hypocrisy. I've done it with CNN. I've done it with others. I've done it with TYT over Jimmy Dore. I've done it with all these people. I've done it with all of them. I've done it when Biden did it. I've done it with every single one of them. I've called out the far left. I've called out the far right. I call all of them out. And when you call either of them out, you are not aligned with either one of them. And I don't want to be aligned with either one of them. I refuse to have anything to do with it. But it's hilarious to see it. It's hilarious to see Jeanine Pirro go on such a crazy dumpster fire against someone else that literally she probably agrees with more often than not. Geraldo Rivera, let's be honest. But Geraldo Rivera is right in this scenario. He at least has principles. Even if she even has, Tucker Carlson has more principles than her. And now, I disagree with Tucker Carlson on probably over 90% of the issues. But he is anti-war. This is why Tucker Carlson and Geraldo Rivera maybe are the only people on Fox News that I can take at least maybe a little bit seriously. Someone like Jeanine Pirro, I can't take seriously because she puts her foot in her mouth every single time. And this is why she gets fucking mocked on Saturday Night Live. This is why she gets mocked. And this is why she gets mocked every single time. She gets mocked. She gets mocked by SNL. She gets mocked by all these people. This is why she gets mocked by everyone. When she gets mocked, she can't take it. But she can mock people as demon rats. You're a demon rat. You're a puppet of Iran, a puppet of Cuba, a puppet of Venezuela. When she's a fucking Zionist puppet and she's a military-industrial complex puppet. So it's okay when Jeanine Pirro says, it's okay when Jeanine Pirro says all these things, right? It's okay. It's okay when she says these types of things. But no, it's the classic. And this is why Cecily Strong, her impression of Jeanine Pirro on SNL, fucking absolutely hilarious. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but I know for a fact, and you can fact check me in the comments just in case. I encourage that. It's hilarious to see bad people and bad organizations get destroyed. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of SNL, I'm not exactly. I mean, sometimes SNL is kind of just meh, in my opinion. But when they do segments like this, hilarious. And it's for different reasons. This is why the right wing gets so triggered by SNL. This is why they get triggered by all these different things. Eric Balling is another one. He's another one. He's just like Jeanine Pirro. He's just like her. This is Fox News in a nutshell, people. This is Fox News in a nutshell. When Trump or a Republican does it, it's okay. When Joe Biden does it, it's not okay. It's not good enough. Sanctioning Russia is not good enough. We need to bomb Russia. That's basically what she's saying. It's like, okay. It's like, okay, do that. It's like, okay. Because it won't just be the end for you, Jeanine. It'll be the end for all of us. You fucking idiot. No, Jeanine Pirro might be a fucking idiot, and we can sit here and poke fun at how stupid she is and mock her and ridicule her for how fucking absolutely insane she is. But at the same time, it's a little bit scary. And she's everything she accuses the left of times infinity and beyond the stars and the planets in space. Okay? That's what Jeanine Pirro is. This is the person that we need to call out because of how dangerous she is. She is dangerous. Someone with, and I am a free speech absolutist. Everyone knows that. I'm a free speech absolutist. I do not want to censor anyone. I will never call for Jeanine Pirro to be censored. I'll never call for anyone on the right wing to be censored. Okay? Because I've got friends that are right-wing. I've got some that are right-wing. Some that love Trump. Some that love Ron DeSantis. My good friend that I went on a cruise with Steven, is conservative. Him and I, we do not let politics affect our friendship. I don't let politics affect my friendships. I got friends that are liberal, conservative, religious, everything. It doesn't affect my friendships. But Jeanine Pirro, on the other hand, this is what she'll do. She'll let politics get in the way of her judgment. She's a judge, but she has no judgment. Jeanine Pirro is a judge with no judgment. It's like a basketball player it's like a basketball player that doesn't know how to fucking dribble. Jeanine Pirro is a judge that doesn't know how to judge and doesn't know how to judge a situation properly. She can't do that. Because she'll never be able to do that. She can't do that. And no, she's utterly insane. And this is Jeanine Pirro. This might be the lowest point of Jeanine Pirro. Just when you think that these people on Fox News can't get any lower, they somehow manage to, right, people? Somehow she manages to go lower and to sink lower every time because there is no rock bottom for Jeanine Pirro. She is the rock bottom. And it is our patriotic duty as Americans to call out these people in the media because that's what they do. The media is, in fact, corrodes our country because Fox News corrodes our country and indoctrinates people worse than anyone. CNN does the same thing too. Don't get me wrong. Of course they fucking do. But this type of hysteria and pro-war hysteria and bitching and moaning and calling people demon rats and socialist Democrats and communists and whatever the fuck other stupid names that they call people that they don't agree with and they disagree with and smear on a daily basis, it needs to be called out. Like, we need radical transparency to call these people out and expose them everywhere, every single time. Because they deserve to be exposed, they deserve to be ridiculed, they deserve to be criticized. And I take everything that Jeanine Pirro says and tear it into shreds and expose it for everybody because that's what she gets. This is what she deserves. This is what Fox News deserves. And this is what the neocons and the alt-right and pro-war loving fucking capitalist morons like this deserve. Because she deserves it, and this is what she gets. Because she's a liar and a smear merchant, and she's a warmonger, and she's a hypocrite, and she's a joke of a judge. The biggest joke of a judge that there is. Jeanine Pirro must be called out, must be exposed, and everyone needs to continue to do it. The more the better. The more the merrier. Or the more the crazier. Because the more she talks, the crazier she gets. There is never a low for Jeanine Pirro, because she is the low. She is the low point. And by her working on Fox News, she has taken the bar pretty low. Anyway, that's all I've got to say for right now. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. And I hope everyone is having a good spring break. Hope everyone's doing well out there. I have returned from my 10-day hiatus from YouTube. I definitely needed it and definitely needed this vacation. And hope everyone's doing well. I'll be back with more videos soon, more content in the works. Stay tuned to find out more and more videos on the way. This is Zach the Celtics guy saying thank you for watching. See you all again next time in the next video, stream, or premiere, whatever it happens to be. And I'll see you all again next time. And we need to continue calling out these people because they need to be exposed by everyone, every single time. Bye for now, peace out, take care, and have a good day.